However, we have 2 licenses, and each of us had to take the test in order to obtain our driver's license. We both passed, I guess. Beyond the glitz of athletes, scientists, and Hollywood stars, some remarkable people have been in the public eye since they were little. Stay tuned as we discover more about the lives of Abby and Brittany Hensel, regardless of whether you have only read or heard about conjoined twins from Ben Carson's story or have a strong interest in their lives. How did Abby and Brittany Hensel, conjoined twins, November 18, 2024. 3 years after Abby's marriage in 2021, Abby and Brittany Hensel refocused fans' attention on themselves. In addition to answering some questions about their personal lives, the twins posted a summary of their year on TikTok, including pictures and videos from their wedding. The headline that attracted fans' attention and sparked a number of rumors and inquiries is "Married and Baby on the Way." The twins posted a 30-second video without a caption, which made people wonder if they were actually expecting a child. Although Abby, Brittany, and Josh have been spending time with their families in private, their post has simply led to more criticism of their personal lives. Although hate speech and offensive remarks are unavoidable, the twins choose not to let them impact them. Despite the large number of comments on their post, the twins responded with a particular clapback. Read a TikTok video from March 29 that shows images of the two with Abby's husband as a message to all the naysayers out there. "You're still a fan if you watch everything I do, even if you don't like what I do." The message was permanently hashed. Fans congratulated them in the comments section. "Congratulations on being pregnant. Congratulations on the upcoming baby announcement. Congratulations." Another user replied similarly. "You will make wonderful mothers. Congratulations, Mom, Dad, and Auntie. How amazing. Congratulations. It's such a blessing to be a mommy. Wishing you both a safe and healthy pregnancy and delivery." Fans haven't heard from the conjoined twins since their 30-second clip video was released. Fans questioned whether the conjoined twins had been misinterpreted or if the post was what they had read. Scientists and doctors even had to conduct research to confirm that it was medically possible for them to become pregnant. While some expressed little concern, others commended the twins for their courage and self-assurance in taking such a significant risk. You may be wondering how it is possible for both of them to be pregnant, or who is the man brave enough to take such a big chance by falling in love with both of them. Well, that man is Abby's husband, and he doesn't just talk to them both. Stay back and don't go anywhere as we learn more about the conjoined twins. He dates them both, takes them on romantic outings, develops separate relationships with each of them, and finally does the unthinkable. He marries them, and somehow, in spite of the odds and the chaos you might expect, it all becomes part of their reality. Patty, a registered nurse, and Mike Hensel, a carpenter and landscaper, welcomed Abigail Lorraine Hensel and Brittany Lee Hensel into the world on March 7, 1990 in Carver County, Minnesota. The American conjoined twins are dicephalic paraphagous twins, which means they have 2 heads joined to 1 torso, which is highly symmetric for conjoined twins. Abigail and Brittany Hensel have a younger brother and sister. The twins were raised in New Jersey, Minnesota, and attended Mayer Lutheran High School there. They both received degrees in education from Bethel University in St. Paul in 2012. When the twins were born, medical professionals advised their parents that there was a slim chance that both of them would survive if they were separated. When doctors informed the twins' parents that it was doubtful that both would survive the procedure, they chose against trying surgical separation. Their father, Mike, expressed his concerns, saying, "How could you pick between the two?" was his reply. And their parents ultimately concluded that it would not be a good idea to separate them. Despite their physical limitations, Abby and Brittany Hensel learned to coordinate their movements from walking to texting, driving, and even playing sports. Their parents were proud of their choice to keep the twins together, stating that the quality of life for the surviving twin or twins living apart would be lower than their quality of life as conjoined individuals. The twins' lives have been featured in popular media, such as Life magazine and The Oprah Winfrey Show. In December 2006, they were interviewed on the Learning Channel, where they talked about their plans and daily lives. The show chronicled their experiences as they received their education degrees from Bethel University, traveled throughout Europe, and started their teaching careers. Before delving into the twins' remarkable physiology, let's learn more about Dalek paraphagus, which is a rare form of partial twinning in which two heads are joined side by side on one torso. Babies with this condition are sometimes referred to as two-headed babies. A small percentage of decaphalic paraphagus twins have survived to adulthood, while the majority are stillborn, and some die shortly after birth. The degree of organ and limb duplication varies from case to case. One head may be partially developed and encephalic, or both may be complete. In certain instances, two complete hearts are also present, increasing their chances of survival, and the total number of arms may be 2, 3, or 4. In the 1960s, few medical publications argued that newborn decaphalic twins should not be actively treated or resuscitated. However, in 1982, a paper reported a failed attempt at surgical separation. If no attempt is made to separate them, they may survive, except in rare cases where one of the twins is dying. The twins' physiology, Abby and Brittany Hensel, have a single body with separate heads and necks, a wider chest, 2 arms, and 2 legs. The surgery did not result in the long-term survival of either twin. In more recent cases in Turkey and Minnesota, doctors advised that separation surgery would not be appropriate. This further explains why Abby and Brittany's parents opposed surgery to give them both a chance at life. Abby's head tilts laterally outward about 5 degrees to the right, while Brittany tilts laterally at about 15 degrees to the left, making her appear shorter even when seated. At birth, the twins had a primitive arm between the bases of their necks, attached to a shoulder blade at the back. The arm was removed, leaving only the shoulder blade. The twins had surgery at Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare when they were just 12 to correct scoliosis and to expand their chest cavity to prevent trouble breathing. Brittany's leg is almost 2 inches shorter than Abby's, and she tends to stand and walk on tiptoe, which has made her calf muscle significantly larger than Abby's. Abby's spine's continued growth was surgically halted after Brittany prematurely stopped growing. Each twin is in charge of one side of their conjoined body. Their sense of touch is limited to half of their body. This shades off at the mid-sagittal plane, resulting in a slight overlap at the midline. Only the twin on the opposite side feels stomach aches. The conjoined twins use their limbs deftly when both hands or legs are needed. The twins can type on a computer keyboard, drive a car together, and operate the steering wheel. Abby is 5 taller and has longer legs than Brittany, who is 4'10". They typically walk, run, swim, play volleyball, play the piano, and ride a bicycle by coordinating their steps to move in sync. Because of their disparate heights, they have had trouble with some activities, such as balancing a Segway in their 2012 reality series. On December 20th, a TikTok video that was uploaded to their account revealed the anatomy of Abby and Brittany Hensel. The video was made by molecular biologist Hashem Algay and showed that, with the exception of the spinal cord, most of the organs above and below the navel are shared. The twins were operated on to increase their multiple cavities, and they have 2 breasts and 2 hearts in a shared circulatory system, nutrition, and respiration. The twins have 2 heads and 2 spines merging at the coccyx, joined at the thorax by sections of ribs, 2 arms, 2 fully distinct spinal cords, and 1 broad rib cage, with 2 highly fused sternums and traces of bridging ribs. In addition to having 4 lungs, 3 pleural cavities, 1 diaphragm with well-coordinated involuntary breathing, a slight central defect, 2 stomachs each, 2 gallbladders, 1 liver, and an enlarged and elongated right lobe, the twins also have 4 lungs, with the medial lungs moderately fused, excluding Brittany's upper right lobe. In addition to having 1 large intestine, 1 colon, rectum, and anus, 3 kidneys, 2 on the left and 1 on the right, 1 bladder, and a Y-shaped small intestine with slightly double peristalsis at the juncture. The twins also have 1 set of reproductive organs, 2 distinct half sacra that converge distally, 1 slightly broad pelvis, and 2 legs. There were several breaking news headlines in the video, which had over 36,000 views. The headlines that attracted the public's attention were, "This is really awful," and "What if one of them dies?" Fans have been curious about the everyday routines and pastimes of conjoined twins Abby and Brittany Hensel since they first appeared on screen. Stay tuned as we explore how they both cope with life as conjoined twins. Scientists claim that decaphalic paraphagous twins seldom live to adulthood, but a few exceptional cases, such as the Hensel sisters, Abby and Brittany Hensel, disprove this theory. The conjoined twins survived and graduated from high school in 2008. The conjoined twins attended Bethel University in Arden Hills, Minnesota, where they majored in education. They had both thought about taking different courses within that major, but the additional coursework prevented them from doing so. In 2013, they earned a Bachelor of Arts degree. The twins typically eat separate meals, but occasionally share a single meal for convenience. When doing tasks like answering emails, they both type and respond as one. portraying each other's feelings with little verbal communication, and some of their clothes had to be altered by a seamstress to have two separate necklines to emphasize their individuality. Their choice of grammatical person is to use I when they agree, and their names when they have different answers. Isn't that amazing? Abby and Brittany appeared in Discovery Channel interviews in 2006 at the age of 16, and they detest being stared at or photographed by strangers while they go about their private lives. A typical teenager always looks forward to obtaining a driver's license, which is a major accomplishment. They stated that they hoped to date, get married, and have children, as well as to be able to live a regular social life just like everyone else. The twins passed their driver's license exams separately as teenagers because the law required them to be licensed, and driving required coordination for them. Abby and Brittany were not excluded from the list. Brittany controls the devices on the left side of the driver's seat, while Abby controls the devices on the right. Driving can be easy for people like us who have 2 hands and 2 feet. But for exceptional people like Abby and Brittany, who share 2 hands and 2 feet, it can be quite difficult, if not impossible. Their 2012 reality show on TLC addressed the numerous questions fans had about how they were able to drive, demonstrating how the twins accomplished even the most basic tasks, like operating a car. We have 2 licenses, and when we got our driver's license, we each had to take the test, and we both passed, Brittany said, after the twins had previously discussed how they believe they make a good driving couple during the show. When we drive, Abby controls the gas and the brakes, and we both steer, and I'm in charge of the blinker, Brittany added. Fans were further perplexed and alarmed by a statement made by Abby and Brittany's mother, Brittany Hensel, who reportedly expressed her concerns by stating, "I don't know what would happen if they got pulled over for speeding. Because it's Abby's foot on the accelerator, would they all receive tickets, or just Abby?" Yes, the twins do have a job and a source of income. Let's start by discussing their career and ascent to fame. The twins made appearances on The Oprah Winfrey Show on April 8 and 29, 1996. That same month, they were also featured on the cover of Life with the caption, "One Body, Two Souls," and their everyday lives were detailed in the article Hensel's Summer. In September 1998, Life published another story. They also made an appearance in Advanced Medical Productions' 2002 TV documentary Joined for Life, which aired on the Discovery Health Channel, and a 2003 follow-up called Joined at Birth. When the twins were 11 years old, an updated version of their story was shot in 2001 and published in Time and Life in 2003. ABC TV also produced a documentary titled Join for Life. In 2005, they were highlighted in a UK television special that was a part of the Extraordinary People series. A few years later, TLC's Abby and Brittany reality show ran for 1 season with 8 episodes. In 2006, Advanced Medical produced another documentary, Join for Life. Abby and Brittany turned 16, which covered their adolescence, school, social life, and everyday activities. In the first episode of the show in 2012, the twins stated, People have been curious about us since we were born for obvious reasons, but their parents never allowed us to use that as an excuse. The show then showed Abel and Brittany, who were 20 years old, attending college, traveling, and navigating life as conjoined twins. We were brought up to think that we could accomplish anything. The twins went on to say, "The most amazing thing about us is we are like everyone else." From August to October 2012, the twins starred in the TLC reality TV series Abby and Brittany. It was broadcast by the BB in the US and the UK in April and May of 2013, and it covers the time between graduating from college and beginning a part-time teaching career. The twins started teaching in 2013, and in 2024, they were still teaching 5th grade at Sunnyside Elementary in New Brighton, Minnesota. Additionally, fans have questioned how teaching is feasible. One of the twins, Abby, married Josh Bowling in 2021. Watch closely as we delve into the twins' personal lives and way of life. Way of life. In a 2013 interview with the BBC, the twins discussed their varied hobbies and day-to-day activities. There is no doubt that our styles are different. I would prefer it to be more lively, vibrant, and colorful. Brittany prefers neutrals, pearls, and similar hues. The twins have personal fears as well. Brittany is afraid of heights, Abby explained. In addition to having distinct personalities, the twins learned to play the piano as children, with Abby learning the right-hand parts and Brittany learning the left-hand parts. Brittany enjoys going out, while Abby, although being the more talkative of the sisters, prefers to stay at home. In the past, Abby once remarked, "We never wish we were separated because we would never be able to do all the things that we do now, like play softball, run, and do sports." The twins, like many twins, frequently talk simultaneously out of instinct, but they always draw a clear line between their differences and individual personalities. "Believe me, we are completely different people," Brittany told the Daily Mail in 2006. Abby, the more serious of the two, always prefers orange juice with breakfast, while Brittany, the joker, would rather go for milk. "We take turns," Abigail said, "but Brittany isn't into pink, and I'm more frilly and pink. Brittany will choose the clothes one day, and I will choose it the next day." Despite having the identical body, the twins' responses to temperature differ. "I can be at a totally different temperature than Brittany would be," Abby said. "I also get really hot much more quickly because our hands are frequently at different temperatures." Additionally, the twins react differently to coffee. When Brittany drinks coffee, her heart rate goes up, but Abby's doesn't. Abby made news in 2024 when she revealed that she had married Army soldier and nurse Josh Bowling 3 years prior. Following the release of their court filings by Today in March, the 34-year-old twins left their followers stunned and in a state of agitation. According to the paperwork, Abby married Army veteran Josh Bowling 3 years prior to their union being made public. On social media, pictures from their wedding day were also made public. Josh was dressed in a gray suit, while Abby and her twin Brittany were dressed in wedding gowns. The picture is also used as the profile picture on Abby and her sister Brittany's Facebook site. Since then, The twins have posted glimpses of Abby's wedding on social media, along with a TikTok recap from 2012 that included footage of Abby and Bowling's first dance. In late March, Abby and Brittany also addressed naysayers after the event garnered online notice. In one TikTok video, Abby and Brittany shared, "The internet is extra loud today." A few months later, they posted another picture with the comment, "We know you think you know us." Josh Bowling's first marriage to Annika Bowling had a daughter named Isabella. After being married, Abby took on the role of stepmother to Isabella, who is 8 years old. Numerous images on social media depict the little child embracing Abby and Brittany and posing with her father and stepmother while on vacation. Fans continue to speculate that Brittany may be indirectly married to the nurse, even though her relationship status is still unknown. Abby and Brittany are fifth-grade teachers in Minnesota, according to public records. The twins received separate contracts and divided their one-person salary when they were recruited soon after graduating from college. In an Abby and Brittany broadcast on ENEW's, the twins stated that Brittany is more interested in language arts, literature, and other such subjects, whilst Abby excelled in math and science. The Conjoined twins are quite active on TikTok, where they have over 300,000 followers and are occasionally seen going about their daily lives. Brittany and Abby Hensel likewise value avoiding the limelight. Currently, they both work as 4th and 5th grade teachers at a nearby primary school. Because they teach the same classes, they receive the same salary. Rumors of pregnancy. Abby and Brittany's pregnancy post sent fans into a frenzy, prompting a number of inquiries on its potential. Their limbs move as though they are coordinated by a single person, despite the fact that Brittany, who is on the left, cannot feel anything on her right side of her body, and Abby, who is on the right, cannot feel anything on her left. Consequently, the twins are able to conceive. There would be a problem, though, in determining who the legal mother is. People also wondered if the twins' pregnancy would present any challenges. There have only been 2 documented instances of conjoined twins giving birth in medical history. In one instance, sisters who had undergone surgical separation were involved. 21 years after the birth of their conjoined twin, Charity Lincoln and Gutierrez Vasquez welcomed a healthy baby girl in 2021 at the University of Washington Medical Center in Seattle. The twins were joined from the breastbone to the pelvis during birth in 2000. Recent medical facts indicate that Abby and Brittany would be the first female dicephalic or fused side-by-side twins to have biological children. All other organs, including their reproductive system, are shared by the twins, despite the fact that they each have a heart and lungs. Chang and Ong Bunker, conjoined brothers, are another uncommon instance. Together, the twins from 1811 had 21 offspring. Remarkably, Abby and Brittany, the remarkable twins, have always expressed their desire for romance and motherhood. Yeah, we are going to be moms one day, but we don't want to talk about how it's going to work yet. Abby once stated in interviews during their adolescence. Then Brittany said, "We're going to be fantastic moms." Finally, we explore the answers some professionals gave to irrational fans in support of the conjoined twins. Experts react to admirers. The lives of conjoined twins Brittany and Abigail Hensel are clearly a topic of constant discussion and speculation on the internet. Some analysts believe that the unwanted fixation with their personal life has become excessive. Abigail's secret wedding ceremony in 2021 was reported by Today and the New York Post, among other outlets, bringing the 34-year-old conjoined twins back into the public eye. Abby and Brittany confirmed the claims on their unconfirmed TikTok account, where they published their wedding images from 2023, despite the fact that they haven't spoken much about the post. In response to multiple comments on their wedding post, the twins also posted 2 TikTok videos in 2024. The internet is extra loud today. We have always been around, was written in the description of one of the videos, and all the haters out there was addressed in an audio clip in another. According to certain media studies and disability experts, the increased interest in the Hensel twins' private life reveals a lot about how people view and discuss persons with abnormal bodies. The Hensel twins, like everyone else, should be allowed to lead normal lives without provoking controversy. We notice something out of the ordinary. This is thrilling. This is a little unusual, and not many people are qualified to discuss it. According to Elizabeth Elsesser, an associate professor of media studies at the University of Virginia and author of the book Restricted Access, Media Disability and the Politics of Media, we see a lot of social media attention and other coverage that is focusing on this as being particularly remarkable when people in their 30s get married all the time. Engagement. Now, why is Abby Hansel's wedding attracting so much attention? In actuality, it's normal to be fascinated with the Hensel twins. According to historian and bioethicist Alice Dreger, author of One of Us Conjoined Twins and The Future of Normal, conjoined twins are uncommon, and people are frequently captivated by the lives of people in extraordinary circumstances. Conjoined twins have long captivated people because they clearly pose a challenge to our conception of identity. Alice Dreger continues, conjoined twins like Abigail and Brittany are obviously 2 people in one expansive skin, and we typically think of individuality as one person existing in one expansive skin. The Hensel twins, for example, have maintained a relatively low public profile outside of their television appearances, giving the impression that they aren't interested in sharing every detail of their lives with the world. However, this fascination becomes problematic when it gives way to exploitation and the invasion of others' privacy. According to Elsesser, fascination with the romantic relationships of the Hensel twins is particularly inappropriate because it frequently results from purent sexual interest. This is probably why Abby and Brittany Hensel are unwilling to answer follow-up questions or address any of the reactions to Abigail's wedding. This is not anybody else's business. Elizabeth Elsesser adds that any conversation regarding the Hensels' private lives must take place on their terms, not anyone else's, and that the twins should be given the opportunity to decide what is acceptable for speculation and what is not. The best course of action, she says, is to give priority to their opinions and desires. What do they want to tell us? What do they want us to know? These experts also say that it's crucial to remember to treat people with atypical bodies as human beings rather than as abnormalities. and it's important to respect the twins' decision to keep their lives private. The experience of having a different body depends on the culture in which you live. Abigail and Brittany have been fortunate to live in a small town that has been reasonable and accepting, and most conjoined twins have, I believe, chosen to live in small towns throughout history in order to live peaceful lives free from constant interference. Although their admirers are eager to find out more, Alice Drager states that no one knows what exactly Abby and Brittany Hensel are doing today, and we don't know the absolute truth about their rumored pregnancy status. We expect to hear from Abby and Brittany Hensel soon, as they have continued to surprise naysayers by leading happy and fulfilling lives. How do you feel about Abby and Brittany Hensel, the conjoined twins? Do you agree with the experts' reaction to the twins' irrational fans? Please share your opinions in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more engaging stuff if you liked this video. Watch the other videos on your screen before you leave.